Brian?
Good morning, guys.
How are
Good
you?
to be back.
Yeah, welcome back. Big day today for
Huge day.
Yeah, huge day. And we actually have breaking news on the morning show from Consumers
Very
Energy.
nice.
Am I breaking it or you? 'Cause
You
I'd
break
love
I think
to
you
break
should
it. Okay,
break
that's
it. You
fair.
should break
Yeah,
the
you
news.
You guys are
break
very thoughtful. Last night, here in Jackson County, Blackman Township approved a new solar build, what we call a community solar build for 2,500 megawatt, or sorry, a 2.5 megawatt project that's going to house or power 2,500 customers with renewable energy.
Awesome.
We are excited about the project. We're going to start probably next spring. Projects usually take about 18 months, so sometime in 2026 we'll have even more renewable energy online here in Jackson for customers to participate in.
And this is the fourth. This will be the fourth community solar project around the state. Talk about the thinking behind that and future growth.
Yeah, so for a lot of viewers who drive, maybe on 94 through Calhoun County, you'll see some of those bigger projects.
Oh, it's
Yes.
amazing. Yeah.
So just for scale purposes, those are about 200 megawatts. This is
Okay.
2.5 megawatts.
And about 30 acres.
About 30 acres,
Yeah.
so a little bit smaller land use, easier to site, and certainly you get economies of scale from those bigger projects that you see out on 94, but for communities it's a really good option for customers who are raising their hand, maybe they don't have rooftop, and they want to be part of renewable energy. It's a really cost-effective way to do it.
So how does this translate into numbers that we can understand?
Yeah, so 2.5 megawatts is typically about 2,500 customers' homes.
Oh, wow, that's
Yes,
a lot.
so it's a lot. Now, obviously, that scales pretty dramatically. And this is part of what's called our voluntary program. As you know, Consumers Energy has pretty ambitious renewable goals. The state has ambitious renewable goals. But this is actually because we have a lot of demand for customers that are raising their hand and saying, we want to go even faster, or we want our own stake in this. So these are for customers to subscribe to. And there's enough demand of customers that want renewable energy even faster than Consumers Energy is deploying it for, and that's what this project is for.
The location is in Blackman Township. Where exactly in
Oh
Blackman?
my God,
is it?
I don't know. I was so excited about the vote last night. But certain communities have been really receptive to it, and
Okay.
Jackson County in particular and Blackman Township have been really welcoming for us to be able to
Okay.
build out. And some of these smaller projects are just easier to site, as you mentioned, Andy, the land use, but also what we call interconnection, or getting them connected into the grid is a little bit easier too. So really exciting project, and we're thrilled to be able to do more business in Jackson County.
And they don't kill birds or cause cancer.
None of those things are true. They simply provide clean energy for Michiganders, and it's all part of our more holistic clean energy plan, which is affordable, reliable, but also provides this renewable element.
And that was voted on, just approved yesterday, but customers will be able to take advantage in 2025 already. So these are quick-moving projects.
They're pretty quick, yeah. Particularly this site, it's a really good site. We can get interconnected into the grid really quickly, and we have what's called a hand raiser campaign for customers to raise their hand and say, I want to participate in this.
So not only are you powering our homes and Michigan's future, but our community's future as well. You've been a big component of the Y rebuild. And the Hayes, you're also
Yep.
participating in that in some
Yep.
way. How's that going?
Both are going good. I mean, the Y, our foundation has, the Consumers Energy Foundation has given $3 million to the project. That is nearing completion. It's getting exciting. It's going to be a huge change for the community, I think. So, we're on Team Jackson. It's been a great program. I think a lot of community leaders, I think we've been talking about this now for 4 or 5 years, even prior to the pandemic, and then the pandemic kind of slowed things down. But this is going to make a big change to the community to have a state-of-the-art facility like this. So we're thrilled that we were part of it.
I think so. And the way that the Y is partnering with other organizations, it's going to be a great,
It's going to be great.
facility.
Yep.
How about the Hayes?
It's exciting. I think you know, and you reported on, the state just gave, the Michigan Economic Development Corporation just gave more funding to it to get the project along. So we're all in on that project, and the state has really thrown a lot of weight behind it too. These little piece by piece by piece, you add the Y, you add the Hayes, you add JTV, and all of a sudden, just the community just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And these are important pieces to the revitalization of the community. And Bart, I'm always going to continue to remind you, the fact that our coworkers are back at the office.
Right.
And, patronizing downtown is also a huge part of the downtown revitalization. It's great.
Yeah, downtown looks great.
Doesn't it?
For you, what's that transformation been like you from just kind of being able to see it from the bird's eye?
I mean, I've been so excited to just be back at the office first and foremost. Those passing conversations that you can have with coworkers around or grabbing lunch downtown. But to your point, Andy, like you have these like snapshots of every time you come downtown, and particularly this time of year. Yeah. And every now and then you have to pinch yourself and say, if I flash back 2 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, what did this street look like? It's night and day. And it's just rewarding to be part of a community that every single time you take that snapshot, it looks better than the time before.
That's a great point.
Yeah, the fantasy football industry is glad people are back in the office.
Yeah, they are for sure. For sure.
So not only is the community growing, but so today will be the waistlines of Consumers Energy employees.
Oh, the Coney Challenge.
Today is my favorite day, one of my favorite days of the year, yes. So for those that don't know, we are I think we are the largest charitable giver to the United Way of Jackson County, which is now part of a broader United Way. But the United Way of Jackson County is something that we should all be really proud of. It really is the hallmark or the benchmark of what a good United Way looks like. Consumers Energy employees raise $1 million for United Ways across the state, and obviously the Jackson campaign is the biggest. So it's been a two-week campaign that's wrapping up on Friday, but today at high noon, is our flagship event, which is the Coney Challenge. And this is where coworkers form teams, and they get 20 minutes to scarf down as many Coney dogs as possible. Yeah. Now, you can buy your way through it. So there's ways to, yes, which is kind of my technique. But it's one of the things that it's my favorite day of the company because it's what we do well. It's people having a good time, maximizing relationships, but also paying it forward to the community. And we provide a vital service to the community. The United Way is all about basic needs. It's all about helping customers or our community members and friends and neighbors with housing, with food assistance, energy assistance, after-school programs, Big Brother programs, Big Sister programs. It's just, it's such an important part of the community. So to have fun today and grow our waistlines a little bit for the day is a good deal.
Bart and I have been to the Coney Challenge a handful of times, and it looks like everyone's having so much fun. It's a good kind of peek into your culture that we don't normally see.
Yeah, and it's, that culture of kind of being part of something, having fun, but being part of something bigger than yourself is really what it's all about. So I think the record is 15 in 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I think Derek Anspa holds that.
Did Derek?
I think so.
Derek's been one of the key, Derek, Jennifer Rose, there's a couple of Hall of Famers, but everybody pitches in. We have some veggie dogs that'll be part of it today, so we accommodate people of all interests.
So the veggie dogs, what do they have on for the Coney's?
It's a veggie sauce. So
I bet that's delicious.
Well, hey.
To each their own.
Yeah,
whatever it takes to get people involved and
right.
giving money, we're willing to do it.
Yeah, let me know
Except
what the record
you
is.
aren't. You are not going to be eating.
I play an important role of facilitating.
Yeah.
So I will be there. I'm glad that the JTV crews will be there. And my job is to whip the dollars.
I know Mike Shore was one of the all-time Coney. Yeah, and I know Mike's watching, and we have several retirees that are glad the Coney Challenge is back because
they field a team. Did you know that we have a retiree team?
Oh,
yes.
Do you know who's on it?
Mike was there last year. I haven't looked at the roster there.
I'm sure Mike's involved.
I know he will be there. We'll see if he's Mike.
Carl English, who watches our show from the burbs of Detroit, the Points. He tunes in.
He's got 2.5 hours. He can make it.
Oh yeah,
he can make it.
Yes. But we have a retiree team, the United Way fields a team, and then the rest of the teams are coworkers. I mean, that just shows the long-standing tradition. And again, during COVID, we had to stop it, and we brought it back last year, and people just love it.
Yeah, I think even before COVID, there was a 1-year pause. One of the execs thought it wasn't healthy, and that got overruled. It was a 1-year hiatus. It's like, not healthy? How can Coney's...
Hey, everyone's allowed one cheat day a year, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But it's not as, it's not like Joey Chestnut.
It's not like the Nathans at all. This is very respectful.
Yes, and most people buy their way out of the challenge. As we said, we have a few folks like Derek who are all in, but most people buy their way through it, and they might eat 4 or 5. But yeah, Joey Chestnut will not be there.
We've had such a mild late summer. What's the outlook for winter? What do your meteorologists predict?
Cold and wet.
Yeah.
Is what we're hearing. Now, the forecasts are are not always accurate, but we're hearing much colder than last year, which from a pure reliability perspective, we welcome. Actually, when we have like those 33, 34 degree days, that's when the ice accumulates on the wires, and we have a lot of long-standing outages. So we welcome cold. Our system will be ready, but we are hearing colder and snowier this year.
Oh, wow. Well, we didn't have any.
We didn't have any snow last year.
Yeah.
Yes, but I heard in your last segment that the wine season is going to be good. So
Yeah.
Very good.
we'll get the benefits of September. We'll buy up our Michigan wine, and when it's cold outside, we'll.
It's true. My nephew is a winemaker at Lake Michigan College, and we toured his facility last weekend. And they're so excited because the grapes, it's going to be the best.
These conditions,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Very good.
great. Good to see you. Thanks, Brian.
See the JTV crew today
Sounds
at
good.
Parnell for the Coney Challenge, and it's going to be a great day. It's one
Thanks,
of our
Brian.
better days.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Brian Rich is Senior Vice President and Chief Customer Officer at Consumers Energy. More of the morning show after this.